You know the feeling. It's 2 a.m. and the world is asleep, but your mind is screaming. It's a relentless loop of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, a broken record of every awkward thing you've ever said, every mistake you've ever made, every single thing that could possibly go wrong tomorrow. This isn't just thinking, this is overthinking. It's a mental prison with no walls, a torture chamber you build for yourself inside your own head, and it's exhausting. It drains your energy, steals your joy, and paralyzes you from taking any action at all. You watch others who seem to move through life with a sense of calm and decisiveness, and you wonder, what's their secret? Are they just born stronger? Do they not feel the same fear? The truth is, they do. The difference isn't that strong people don't experience overthinking. It's that they have a fundamentally different relationship with it. They don't try to silence the noise. They've learned the art of changing the station. This is not about becoming a different person. It's about installing a mental upgrade. This is how the strong navigate the storm inside their minds, and you can learn to do it too. It starts by understanding that your thoughts are not commands. They are just suggestions, and you have the power to choose which ones to listen to. Let's be real. We often believe that overthinking is a sign of intelligence, that by analyzing every angle, we're protecting ourselves from failure and pain. We confuse worrying with caring. We tell ourselves that if we just think about it a little harder, a little longer, the perfect solution will magically appear and all the risk will vanish. But that's the trap. Overthinking isn't preparation. It's procrastination dressed up in a suit of anxiety. It's the mind's way of spinning its wheels, creating the illusion of progress while you're actually stuck in the exact same place. Strong people understand this crucial distinction. They feel the same urge to spiral, the same pull into the vortex of analysis paralysis. But they've made a conscious decision. They refuse to let their thoughts become their master. They see their mind not as a tyrant to be overthrown, but as a powerful, sometimes unruly tool that needs to be directed. The first and most profound shift is this. Stop treating your anxious thoughts as absolute truth. Start treating them for what they often are, a malfunctioning alarm system. It's blaring not because your house is on fire, but because the battery is low. This shift from believing your thoughts to observing them is the single greatest act of strength. It's the moment you stop being a prisoner in your own mind and become the warden. You walk into the prison, you see the inmates, your anxious thoughts, screaming behind the bars, and you realize you don't have to open the cells. You can just watch them, acknowledge their presence, and then walk away. This feels unnatural at first because we are so conditioned to obey every mental command. But this is the practice. This is the foundation of mental strength. It's not the absence of noise. It's the ability to find a quiet center within yourself despite the noise. So, what is the practical, tangible shift? If strong people don't fight the thoughts, what do they actually do? They engage in a powerful, deliberate practice called cognitive diffusion. This is the secret weapon. It's the mental skill of creating space between yourself and your thoughts, allowing you to see them as passing events in the mind rather than objective reality. Imagine your thoughts as leaves floating down a river. You can sit on the riverbank and watch them drift by. The what-if leaf, the I'm not good enough leaf, the everything will go wrong leaf. You see them, you acknowledge them, but you don't have to jump in the river and chase them. You are the observer on the bank, not the leaf being carried away by the current. This is how the strong handle it. They don't shout back at the thoughts. That only gives them more energy. Instead, they gently label them. They mentally say, there is the thought that I will fail, or I am noticing the feeling of anxiety. This simple act of naming it strips the thought of its power and its identity. It is no longer a command you must obey. It is just a thought, a sentence your brain generated. The second part of their strategy is to shift from the abstract to the concrete. Overthinking thrives in the vague, hypothetical future. Strength is built by dragging your focus back to the present moment and the next actionable step. They ask themselves, What is within my control right now? The answer is never the outcome of a future event or another person's reaction. The answer is always your own action. Can I prepare one slide for the presentation? Can I take 3 deep breaths? Can I write down one single problem to solve? This moves you from the passenger seat of your anxiety to the driver's seat of your life. It's a transfer of energy from the uncontrollable to the controllable. This is how they break the cycle. They don't try to stop the river. They just choose not to swim in it. They plant their feet on the solid ground of the present moment and take one small, deliberate step forward. This step, no matter how tiny, is a vote for your own agency. It is proof that you are stronger than your thoughts. The final, most transformative step is where mental strength truly blossoms. It's the shift from being a prisoner of your thoughts to becoming their compassionate observer. Strong people don't achieve some mythical state of empty-minded peace. Instead, they cultivate a gentle, curious awareness. They learn to watch their thoughts like clouds passing in the sky, noticing their shape, their size, their drama, but never mistaking themselves for the clouds. You are the sky, vast, steady, and unchanging, regardless of the weather passing through. This is the core of the practice. When the storm of overthinking rages, you don't need to calm the storm. You just need to remember that you are not the storm. You are the space holding it. This shift is subtle but revolutionary. It means meeting your anxiety with curiosity instead of resistance. Instead of thinking, "I shouldn't be feeling this," you learn to ask, "Isn't it interesting that I'm feeling this?" This removes the layer of suffering that comes from fighting your own experience. You stop trying to win a war against yourself and start becoming a wise, gentle guardian of your own mind. This is how strong people handle overthinking. They don't eliminate it. They transcend it. They use it as a signal to return to the present, to reconnect with their breath, and to take one small, meaningful action. They build a life not devoid of challenging thoughts, but one where those thoughts no longer hold the reins. Your mind is a powerful tool, but you are the one who holds it. The goal isn't to silence it forever, but to become the one who chooses when to listen,